वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णा न्यन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Hello friends, this is the 22nd shlok of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya, which means clothes that have become old as they are discarded, Navani Grihnati Naroparani, which means a person receives other new ones. Tatha Sharinani Vihaya Jirnani, which means similarly renounces the body which has grown old, Anyani Sanyati Navani Dehi, which means enters in the different new body. So over here, Shri Krishna is telling Arjun that just as a person, when his or her clothes are grown old, discards them and gets new ones, similarly, when the body grows old, then it is discarded and a new body is received. So Shri Krishna again is telling Arjun about reincarnation, and he is saying that the body as such is temporary. It is discarded just as clothes are discarded, and new body is attained when the old body is discarded. So over here, a lot of people think that what Shri Krishna is talking about over here is that I as a person am gonna die, and then I will then receive a new body. So this approach is not really the accurate way to look at it, and I think the reason why we do this mistake is because of the influence of the Abrahamic religions. Because in Abrahamic religions, a lot of emphasis has been placed on the individuality of a person, because there the idea is of an individual soul which basically is born, and then when it dies, then it is judged and then decided whether at the end of times he will get into heaven or hell. So that idea of an individuality where people are not really ready to grow out of their individual self, they generally think of it like this, but you basically have to expand your horizon to really understand this shlok in detail. So in the previous slok, Sri Krishna has already explained that the observer inside us is never born and it never dies, and it is something which is present everywhere in this universe. So you have to think of it from that point of view. So you have to think of this observer as an ocean, and this ocean is basically one single entity, and it's something which is pervading this whole universe. It is something which is present in all of us. Now this ocean, there are different waves which are rising in this ocean, and so those different waves which are rising, you can think of them as the portion which is inside our body, which has sort of frozen inside our body, and it is experiencing this universe. So ocean is one, but the wave is different, and so we are all these different waves which are present in this universe. So these waves, they rise and then they fall. Similarly, our body come into existence and then they die, but at the same place then a different wave comes back after a certain time. And so that is the way you have to look at it, that there is this ocean of consciousness, which is the one which is experiencing, and which is the one which gives us the will to act. And this is one itself, this is one, it's pervading the whole of this universe, and it is one, but it is basically experiencing this universe through us to a certain extent. And so it appears to us that it is individual, we are individuals as such, but that is not really the case. That is the illusion. But the thing is that these waves keep rising, and so bodies keep coming, and so that experiencer, it experiences in one body, and then the body dies, and then it takes up a new body, and then it experiences in that new body. So that is how you have to look at it. You should understand over here that the way things are pictured, where we see that okay, I will die and then I will come back, there is that I over there, which is the ego. That ego is not the thing which is reborn. The ego is dead when the body is dead. So if you're talking about I in that sense, then when my body dies, then I die in that sense. But then there is something beyond that I which is present in all of us, which is the experiencer. That experiencer never really dies. And so that consciousness or that action or that experiencing that is going on, that keeps on going through the bodies. So that is what you have to understand, that to really attain immortality, you have to understand this experiencer that is there. And so the problem that happens to us is that we start identifying with the wave, while we actually have to identify with the ocean. So when you identify with the ocean, that is when you become immortal. So that is what Gita is trying to clarify. Um, as we'll read more of the shloks of this of Gita, then we will start to understand more and more, and then move towards that, because that is the eventual goal. The eventual goal of this life is to move from this identification with the wave and merge into that ocean. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you, and these shloks are helping you in this effort towards identifying that ocean itself. So with that, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.